Hi, everybody. My name is Timothy Mitchell. I suppose you might know that already. I do enough of these things. And my name is the Practical Printer. That is, it is practical printing for digital people. Nope, nope, nope. It's digital printing for practical people. And I am here today with my friend, Andy Downs of Berger Textile USA. Hi, Andy.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. Hey, that's a great mic. Live the mic.
Thank you.
That's a
Thank you.
professional grade mic.
I try.
You
This is
do.
for you.
You succeed. So hey, we want to do a little chat before the big show next week. I'm going to be visiting your booth on Thursday afternoon around 3:30. Fingers crossed, everything goes right. And you guys have a fantastic line of textiles for primarily dye sub, but also you have an excellent line that work really well across the board with other ink technologies. Hey, I just saw a big announcement. Can I talk about it yet?
We can talk
Yeah,
about it. Absolutely.
you and BMG got together and
Right.
formed like a super team.
That's the goal. That's what we're shooting for. So yeah,
Yeah, I
we've
saw that just a few
they're
minutes ago.
yeah, they are now the master distributor for Burger Textiles in North America. We're really excited about it. So it's gonna be good things. It's gonna help us grow. It's gonna they're gonna do really well with the line. You know those guys well.
Yeah, I
I
know
know
them
'em
very
well.
well. Patrick and all them, they're great at what they do. So that was a very good partnership in my opinion.
Thank you. I agree.
They're a top tier master distributor and they know what they're doing and how to get things delivered where they're supposed to go.
Yep. 100%. Good
Okay,
stuff.
cool. Well, good for you. Congratulations for that to start. All right, so now talking about since I mentioned, medias that are not dye sub, you have one of my favorite all-time medias to print with. If I had, I have a couple. I have a latex printer. I have an Epson resin printer. Um, I don't have access to a UV printer anymore, but I have a lot of friends who do. And even solvent, I would use the Samba.
Absolutely. It's
Samba, legendary.
it is. It's an old standby. It's been around for many years, and I mean, there's a reason why it still is one of our most successful, top selling products. Is and most one of the most copied products in the industry,
Yeah,
probably.
like the Mamba and the, I forget all the
Yeah,
names. All
Mambo,
the various.
Zumba, you got them all. Yeah,
Yeah,
just a lot of
they
Latin
did.
dances.
Yeah, I'd laugh. I'm like, this is Samba,
Yeah,
or it's
yeah.
a Samba wannabe, one of the
It's a
two.
samba wannabe. Yeah, there's only one samba.
There's only one Samba.
Right, right.
All right. Well, that's a great product. Obviously, I think my next choice after dye sub is UV because I think UV is very good. Both, I love having it that it has white ink in many cases, so it's going to give you a killer backlit with that. And then also, I just think it has a little better overall scratch and scuff resistance. Latex looks nice, and so does the Epson, but I don't quite have the durability for handling and sewing and finishing that I would prefer that I get with UV.
Correct. Yep. I'd have to agree. And, there have been some improvements made with some of the coatings that, you know, that do accept latex inks pretty well and help with the scratch resistance. But yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Right after dye sub, UV would be probably the next way to go.
Yeah, and in either the latex or the dye sub, you're going to get longer sun fast durability, for UV resistance than you're going to get with dye sub, which tends to look great but fade quick.
Correct. Correct.
Um, so moving on to dye sub, you have another one of my favorite products, the Lumina for backlit is really good.
Lumen is an amazing product. It's actually, the past couple of years, it has, I mean, not just for us in the US, but also for in Europe as well. It has surpassed Samba sales. It's really, it's been something that has really taken off with dye sublimation printers. It's just creates incredibly vivid color reproduction. I mean, you've got some really rich reds and yellows, deep blacks. It's just a luxurious looking fabric too. It's a woven, gets nice and tight like a drum. Great wrinkle resistance, crease recovery, that sort of thing. It's a great
Yeah.
product.
So as I understand it, you're offering now a knit version instead of a woven version of a backlit. What is
Yeah,
that called?
yeah. We have Aurora, which
Aurora.
we launched last year, and it has been growing, in sales and popularity quite a bit since then. It's a it's a kind of a heavier weight knit. It has a little bit of stretch, but it's got a really, really tight tight knit on it, a really tight construction. So I mean, when you typically with a knit fabric, you get a little bit of stretch in it. You start to see some pinholes of light show through, and which is not what you want with a backlit fabric, right? But the construction is so tight on this, and the fibers are so fine that you can get a little bit of that stretch, and it's gonna hold the color. It's gonna hold the density. You're not gonna get the pinholes of light through it. Um, it's a really luxurious looking product too. It's soft. It's got a great drape, great soft hand. It looks really nice. It's a great product.
Excellent. Another one I know that I use, highly recommend the Phantom. You know, your all-purpose. Everyone loves a great blackback blockout, and you have one.
Yeah, no, Phantom. We just launched it a couple of months ago, and before that we had Gotham, which has been incredibly successful too. I mean, as you know, blackback fabrics for dye sub have been dominating the textile market now for a couple of years. But Phantom, we really took the engineering to that one and got a product that everyone's kind of been asking for. It's got a slight amount of stretch to it, 100% opacity. It's soft, um, at a really, really attractive price point, which is, crucial right now, as you know, in a world where tariffs
Yeah.
are driving everything crazy. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's really nice.
All right, and then there's one more that you guys are offering, which is a slight mod on your traditional blackback. You're offering something a little more of a gray.
Yeah. So Lunar is the product. It's a heavy knit, with a gray back. It's got black and gray fibers knitted on the backside to give it, really high level of opacity. These grayback fabrics have been something that a lot of manufacturers have been trying to perfect over the past couple of years, and everyone's started out really gray and dull, not great looking. The
Right.
opacity wasn't there. We have a previous iteration called Moon, and it was pretty successful. But I mean, the development of the product is it's ongoing. So the latest iteration we have is Lunar, and the white point is far superior to that of Moon and several of the other products we've seen in the market. The opacity level is also really high too. It's a really nice product, heavyweight. It's the really nice thing about it is, compared to blackback fabrics in the market, there's, when you put them through a calendar, there's no smell, there's no odor, which is great. That's something I think everyone can get behind, and I
Yeah,
honestly see
I can get
these. Yeah.
behind. I can get behind smokeless, no smelling
Right.
calendar
Right. Yeah.
blackback or grayback in this case.
Yeah. I see the grayback as kind of the wave of the future, I guess. I think for opaque front-lit fabrics, I think those graybacks will really kind of take off.
Good, because I've moved from fumes, being an old solvent guy, which was it was okay in your 20s, and now I've moved away and kind of adopted wine,
Right.
as an alternative
Yeah.
to fumes.
Probably better for your health.
Definitely better for my health.
Right.
So yeah, you have some fantastic products. I love the announcement with BMG. That's really going to be good for both of you. I'll let all the folks at S1 know. Congratulations. I'll be seeing a lot of them. And I think what you guys have done at Berger USA is really fantastic. You've been a legend forever. I've used your products for decades. You're very well known in the industry. You have very consistent things. I mean, I'm going to see, your Lumina all over the show, won't I?
You may. Yep. You just look around and you'll probably see Lumina, probably
Yeah.
see some
What I
Phantom.
usually do is I'll see a really good looking illuminated backlit, and I'll look at it and I go, I bet that's Berger.
Well, yeah, we do have our product in many booths this year. Yeah, you'll see a lot of us.
Okay. And by the way, my mayoral campaign is going fabulously. I have figured out like the terms for voting, like how do you vote? And all you really have to do is hum a few bars of Eyes of the World, or just pick your favorite Grateful Dead song, hum a few bars, and smile, and the vote registers to me automatically.
What about Stardust?
Stardust is fantastic. Love, beautiful song.
Absolutely.
Beautiful song.
Well, you got my vote.
Okay. Well, Stardust will absolutely work. A classic American.
Absolutely.
Was that Johnny Mercer? I think it was Johnny Mercer.
No, yeah, we talked about this.
Did we
God, like
really?
a
And I
couple
don't
years
remember
ago.
it. See, that's
Yeah,
what
I
you get
can't
by too many
remember what it is
fumes.
now
You know,
either.
if I've been using the gray back, I still have the brain cells for that.
Right.
All right. Well, we'll actually talk about it again at the show. Like, who wrote Stardust exactly?
Yeah, we'll figure it
It
out.
might be a lyricist and a musician. So,
Right, right.
all right. You take care, my friend. Thanks, Andy.
Thanks, Tim. I really appreciate it. We'll see you next week.
Of course. See you next week. Bye.
Take care.